I have only two questions to you, Mayank. Yes. And they are opening up to callers. In Delhi, my question to you is on power. Okay? On power, the catch is that this 50% cut is only for households using up to 400 units. Am I clear? Am I clear so far?
Yeah, sure.
So please tell me, are you saying that if any household uses over 400 units, you are a rich household?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, exactly. Tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we have promised 50% cut, right? Now, we had also promised it will happen after the audits, but because we were seeing that the people were waiting for it, the people who are using less, we have already given. Once the audit is over, we will.
No, you are not answering my question. Subramanian Swamy. I'll get in Subramanian Swamy for what he feels on this.
What is your question? I have answered your question.
No, you have not answered my question. My question was very simple. You are saying you promised in your manifesto a reduction of consumer electricity expenditure by 50%. And you said this will be done by audit of DISCOMs.
Audit is done.
You said this will be done by audit of DISCOMs.
After the audit is done. This is an interim. Yeah, this is an interim relief.
What is your hurry? Are you going to be in power only for 3 months?
After the audit is done, we will give you 50%.
What is your hurry?
No, we are giving an interim
What is your hurry? What is your hurry? Are you doing governance with an eye on the general elections?
Lakhs of
lakhs of
people are paying high power. If we can give them an interim
relief,
what is the problem?
Bejon Misra wants to counter that.
No, what is the problem if we give an interim relief to some people? The poorest of the poor, if we give them interim relief, what's the problem? How are we going back from our manifesto? Our manifesto says that after the audit, we will cut
Mayank, one sec. Mayank, first of all, Mayank, don't get irritated if I ask specific questions. Go ahead.
Clearly said.
Yeah.
Your manifesto very clearly said that the consumers of electricity in Delhi would get their tariff 50% reduced. That was your manifesto.
Yes, they said that.
It was not saying that 400 units consumers will only be given a professional treatment.
No, watch it.
Giving this professional
watch it. So we are going into specifics on this debate, Subramanian Swamy, on the specific of power, because he began the debate by saying that what you're doing is financial jugglery. I want Subramanian Swamy. Now we are getting into specifics. Subramanian Swamy on power. Your response to Mayank Gandhi, who says we are doing an interim solution.
Well, the catch is that if you consume more, than 400 units, then you have to pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, which household with a meter consumes less than 400? So this is the catch is already built in. This is just a fraud on the people of Delhi.
Not only that.
One second. Accusation of fraud coming on the stage of Newshour. Should we open up to some calls? 1 second. The accusation of fraud on the Aam Aadmi Party.
I must tell you this.
The accusation is of fraud.
I must tell you this, Arnab.
Why are you copying this fraud? If this is a fraud, Sanjay Jha, why are you copying this fraud? If it is a fraud, why are you copying the fraud?
We are not. In fact, let me just explain this to you, Arnab. We have said that we are supporting this party from the outside because even if you had another election, it could have thrown up another hung verdict. In Delhi, as you have rightly recognized, we did an excellent job. Forget the election result. We take that as a verdict that we need to work on. But the truth is that if you have economically irrational decisions being taken for very populist reasons, I believe, for example, the AAP party should have studied the financial implications of the decision. To take such, gigantic measures which will impact the fiscal health of the state shows that the hurry is definitely politically motivated. But I think the critical question that the AAP party will have to explain, not just to the Congress but to the people of Delhi, will be that are these measures really targeted towards those whom it is meant to benefit? You see, a purpose of a subsidy, Arnab, is always that the target segment must be those who are deprived or marginal sections of society who can't afford a particular public service.
Well, I don't know.
Look at water. I can tell you that why should affluent people in Delhi pay nothing
Subramanian Swamy. Why Subramanian Swamy? Then Subramanian Swamy to Sanjay Jha. Yeah.
One more fraud. One more fraud, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
If many houses have only 1 meter, there'll be 5 households in it. It's say a multi-storied building. And the meter will measure 400. and anything that crosses it, all the 5 households put together, they'll all be charged fully. So this whole thing is another hoax, therefore.
Why don't you set up a proper measurement and distribution mechanism? Ensure you provide 700 liters of safe drinking water to every household before deciding to make these press conferences. You know, you realize one thing, Mayank, just a word of caution. A press conference a day, right, will not keep the cameras at bay, but eventually you may get wound up in a series of your own promises. So you have to decide whether you want to do governance for the cameras, Mayank. No, this is just, don't you think, my Mohandas Pai, that this is actually going to be one of the challenges? I don't understand, for example, Mohandas Pai, tell me, I don't understand why does Arvind Kejriwal keep talking about a 3-month deadline on everything? He says, I meet the CAG, I told the CAG 3 months. The CAG says, I'll have to do so 3 months. What is happening in 3 months besides the general elections, Mohandas Pai? This is January. The only thing happening in 3 months is the general elections. 3 or 4 months.
Only thing happening is general elections. So they're all trying to go for the general elections and try to get by till the general elections. Then after that, the pigeons will come home.
But
see, unless you improve the governance in the distribution company, you're not going to have anything. Arnab, let me give some data. The total revenue of the distribution company is 15,000 crores. 50% reduction is 7,500 crores. Where are you going to get a 7,500 crores reduction in Delhi? So I don't know who has studied all these and who is making these promises.
No, why have a 3-month deadline? Should we open up to some calls, ladies and gentlemen?
Because that is...
Should we get the Aam Aadmi on the phone?
Because it is there in our manifesto.
No, see, your manifesto, you see, please tell me, did you say in your manifesto that we have to do everything irrespective of what, you know, the manner in which you said we will do the cut in electricity expenditure after an audit of DISCOMs, A, B, rectifying the inflated bill, C, you also said we will get electricity bills checked by independent agencies. You have not done 1, you have not done 2, and you have not done 3. But somehow you are in this tearing hurry.
So
unless the Congress party has told you...
For the last 4 days...
Unless the Congress party has told you have 3 months to do all this.
If we give an interim benefit to the poor people of Delhi, what is the problem?
No, but you are not helping the poor people of Delhi.
We are going ahead with whatever we have committed.
Where are you helping the poor people of Delhi?
We are giving...
You are telling a building...
We are giving a 50% rebate to the poor people who use less power.
No, where?
You understand that?
No, where are you giving?
In Joggi Joppadis
no, where are you giving the rebate? Where are you
we have reduced.
Joggi Joppadis don't have meters.
What's that? Yes, Subramanian Swamy.
I think you should go to the
Joggi Joppadis don't have meters.
I have been campaigning in Joggi Joppadis. They
Joggi
all
Joppadis don't have meters.
I don't think you know what you are talking about.
Poor.
You please go to the Joggi Joppadis.
Oh yes, they don't have meters.
And see that they all have meters. Stop screaming. Go and see it. Go and see
I am not screaming. I am making you hear. You Naxalites don't know in economics. You only know disorder.
Most of them don't have meters.
The first caller on I Have a Question.
This nonsense should
The
stop.
first caller from I Have a Question. Listen, Mayank Gandhi. Mayank Gandhi, by the way, there is a big rumor that you are going to take on Sanjay Nirupam. So, you know, maybe we should have a Sanjay Nirupam versus Mayank Gandhi debate very soon. But our first caller is from Mumbai and it's Vinod. Vinod?
Yeah, hello.
And Vinod's a businessman from Mumbai. Good evening, Vinod.
Good evening, Arnab. It is actually seems very clear that the Aam Aadmi Party's populism has become a threat to other political parties, forcing them to do the copycat economics today.
Right.
My question is, considering different economies of different states respectively, will these decisions sustain on the basis of its rationality?
That's the challenge, Vinod. That's the real challenge. I want Mohandas Pai to take that.
That is the challenge.
See, Arnab, it is not going to sustain all across. One state in North India had a loss of 13,000 crores in the electricity board. They had to raise the tariff. They had to go for a restructuring of the loans. Uttar Pradesh had another huge loan. Tamil Nadu had a problem. A 2 lakh crore restructuring was done all across. And all states have to raise tariff. Yes, Delhi is very well off. Delhi can afford to give subsidy, but other states can. But the point is, Arnab, if you look at Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, they are not given these subsidies. for power. They have been re-elected to power. They have done good governance. So good governance is the key and not this. And Sanjay Nirupam and others in Bombay seem to think because they have not done good governance, they can give dose and come back to power. This is all about politics. This is all about trying to come back to power, not about good governance.
No, where the good governance? You're in Karnataka, and again, Subramanian Swamy will again get provoked and, throw a few compliments my way. But the fact is, the worst governance was in Karnataka where the BJP was in power. Even he will admit it. Hardcore BJP man, he will admit it. It was terrible governance. Terrible governance. He knows it. He will admit it after the show. He will never admit it on the channel. The thing is, what did the Karnataka BJP do? The Karnataka BJP says we want to come to power. So what will we do? We'll give 1.6 million free laptops. And what else will we do?
Yeah.
We'll do this 25 kilos of rice at 1 rupee a kilo. Right? And then we will build up a bill. And then the bill is about 6,000 crores. So governance had nothing to do with the populism of the BJP, as I have just proven. But in any case, I give I let Subramanian Swamy restrain the right to have another point of view when it comes to the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party. I'll go to our next caller. And our next caller is Ram from Chennai. Dr. Ram from Chennai, and he's a government official. Yes, Ram, good evening.
It's my good evening and very happy New Year to
Happy New Year.
Then this is my personal capacity. I'm asking this question to Aam Aadmi Party.
All right, go ahead.
I do agree that Mr. Goswami's first 1, 2, 3 points. And the question is, first of all, this is crazy economics in keeping in view of the 100 days government of Aam Aadmi Party, which they are assuming before elections. And the major issue is the taxpayers' money, one. And then my second point is, before vote of confidence in assembly, they are taking the decisions.
Why taking?
How they can take the decisions? Because first of all, let him take vote of confidence in assembly, floor of the assembly. Whether they are going to win, they are not going to win.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Ram, I think he heard that. We'll take a reply and then go to the break. Yeah, it's a good point. I think it's a good point. Yeah, go ahead, Mayank Gandhi.
Good point.
Good point.
Good point.
No, we have been given the mandate to go and take decision. We are taking it. If on the 3rd the Congress wants to make our government fall, it is most welcome to do so. We are in government and it's our business to take decision, which we will take.
I thought you had an arrangement.
Arnab,
but anyway, yeah.
Won't it become an illegal decision?
Yeah, won't it become an illegal? I think Ram from Chennai asked a very solid question there, I thought you had an arrangement.
Yes,
anyway, I won't go into. I thought there was an arrangement. But in any case, I'll go to a break. We have a lot of callers, and what we are saying tonight on the Newshour is this. I think the time has come. There are two parts, Mr. Mayank Gandhi, of what you're doing. One is the cameras, the attention, the theatrics, and the pre-election hyperbole. The other is a crude, rather insensitive dissection which is required of some of your decisions. After the break, when I come back, we will do a detailed dissection of what you promised the people of Delhi on power, because everyone wants to know whether this can be replicated everywhere in the country. On water, sorry. We talked about power, we talked about water. Before I continue the debate, I'd like to quote Narendra Modi to Mr. Naresh Gujral. Because Mr. Gujral very often, praises Mr. Narendra Modi and his form of governance. I'd like to say this to you because I think you gave me a long laundry list of things which you give free to people, all the sops you do. And you said we are actually the master of freebies, not the Aam Aadmi Party. We've done more freebies than anyone else.
What you said. I said this is the duty of our government.
You say, yeah, regardless of your debt and regardless of whether you face any, critical economic situation, I'm sure it's your responsibility and it's your duty. But this is what Narendra Modi, your idol, said on the 20th of November. He said, and I quote, "People do not like to beg or get things for free. They want a life with dignity. They want to work," Mr. Gujral, he said, "and they want to earn a living." I'm just quoting Narendra Modi to you. I will not even quote what Arun Jaitley said in 2013, but if you want, I can quote him as well, because what they're thinking clearly does not match yours. So maybe, you need to correct your thinking, or you need to advise them on correcting theirs. Mr. Gujral, you accept?
Basically, Arnab.
No, you accept that.
No, I don't have to accept anything. I'm very clear on one thing, that the disparities of income in this country are huge, and the very poor need succor from the government, and it is the duty of an elected government to help the very poor and the downtrodden. And I'm not going to be apologetic about that at all.
Well, I just quoted Narendra Modi to you. Our next caller is Satish from Baroda. After that, I will open up the next question, which is going to be on water. Satish is a public servant. He's from Baroda. Go ahead, Satish. Who's your question to?
Arnab, a very happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Satish.
Thank you. And I'm very surprised with the stand taken by Mr. Sanjay Jha. The reason is,
okay,
if his leaders in Mumbai are asking for a cut in power tariffs, have they any idea what is happening in my native state of Andhra Pradesh? How many times power has been increased in the past 2-3 years? Thousands of crores have been burdened on the people. There is no increase in the capacity. Just increase only in the prices. When they can do it, they want to do it in Mumbai, and he is telling that it can be done. Well, why it can be done in other states where Congress is ruled? Why they are very selective? That means they are scared. Unlike the BJP, I feel BJP doesn't look scared. But these people really look scared. I don't know why. You have to answer it.
Yeah, go ahead. Satish, you're getting an answer from Mr. Jha. Go ahead, Mr.
Arnab, let me answer it let me answer it very quickly. Number one, the issue of power is different from state to state. It depends upon consumption, industrial, consumer. It also depends upon which are the companies there, what are their cost structures.
Yes.
And as we all know today, power is an issue that is something that the country needs to battle going forward.
Yes.
It's and there are many sources of power.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into a complex technical
don't have to. I'll simplify
but let me
it for
answer
you.
one part.
I'll simplify it.
You mentioned the BJP. Since he mentioned the BJP, I want him to tell him one thing, that let me tell you that the success of a government is dependent upon how it is able to grow the economy as well as take care of those who are on the socially underprivileged side. And the fact that we have lifted 140 million people out of poverty.
Please, don't give me a report card. Don't give me the UPA to report card.